Hello, love. Welcome in. If you're new to my channel, I am Tarisha, the founder of Empower Her Within, a healing space for women who are healing from unhealthy relationships and they're just ready to live their best life, one that's intentional and on purpose and lights them up every single day. So I was just having a conversation and it caused me to have some reflections from my time in Costa Rica. So if you have not watched my other videos, feel free to look at my solo time in Costa Rica. But this video is going to be short, and I want to talk about something that is very specific out of those reflections that I had while I was in Costa Rica. So when I went to Costa Rica, I was going for a month and I had this list of things that I was like, I'm going to do this, this, and this is what I'm going to accomplish by the end of that month. And that's what I went with. Well, my first stop when I arrived in Costa Rica was at the Brown Girl Yoga Tribe with Joa Marshall, who was an awesome host. And within the second day of being there, I quickly found out that the things that I thought that I was going to do and had to accomplish probably wasn't going to happen. That my agenda was not the agenda for me. I was being called to surrender to a greater knowing. And I've learned enough in my life, in the trials, that when I'm being called to surrender, surrender is the best because otherwise I'm going to get back to that place, but it's going to be a painful journey back. Some adjustments are going to be made. So when I had that feeling that surrender was necessary and that I probably wasn't going to do the things I thought I was going to do, I made a decision to pause, listen, and go with the flow. And that opened up so much for me. And I was just surprised by the outcomes of that. So, that moment when that happened, I knew that the path was going to be a little different. So I start asking questions. Okay, so why am I here? And I was getting those questions from people like, what's your purpose or whatever, and I couldn't always answer it. And I was like, so why am I here? Why am I spending the month away from home to be in this place if I don't have a clear guideline of what I'm supposed to accomplish. And what I received was that it will be revealed to me as I just surrender and be okay with not knowing where that's going to lead me. Just know that it's going to be for my good. So I went with that. And it led me in so many aspects of surrender. And the loudest message that I got was that I was just to be in flow, that anything that felt like work and me giving too much effort to was not a part of this plan and I should not do it. So that's how I guided myself. I guided the interactions I had with people, with places, things I was going to do each day, with the knowing, how does this feel to you? Does it feel like you're receiving or does it feel like you're giving? And if it felt like I had to give too much to do it, I didn't do it. And so what happened was I aligned myself to be very receptive. And that's not easy for me because I am a giver. I dealt with people pleasing, all those things of feeling and finding value in having to give, which is not a bad thing. It's only when you overgive and you neglect your own self because of that. And that's never good because you cannot effectively give to others without first all pouring into you. But that's another subject. So, what I needed to do on this trip was just be in receptive mode and be okay with receiving. If you're hearing this and you're like, what? How you not okay with receiving? I love receiving. Maybe this is not, listen on still, because you still might get a gem. But I'm really talking to those people who have problems receiving from others, from things, And when I say receiving, I received from all types of things. I received from people who were placed in my life and placed in my path while I was there. I received from nature, the times I spent out in nature. I received from food I took in. I had so many points of reception while I was there, and it all felt effortless. It all felt that way. Nothing felt like work. Nothing felt like force. Even my corporate job, my 9 to 5 that I kept while I was working, while I was there, nothing ever felt. It all aligned because of my surrender. It all aligned because I gave myself permission to feel and receive. And I was able to deal with some emotions such as guilt that I was carrying, grief that I was carrying. Those things exposed themselves to me in different manners. Um, some things exposed themselves in just playing. Like one day I played in a tree because I love climbing trees as a child, and I allowed that childlike nature to come out. So I climbed trees, I danced on the beach, all that stuff. And in that childhood play, I was releasing emotions. Those emotions that came up to my attention, they're messengers. And the message was, it's time to release them. So I allowed them to release. That's the short part of it. So at this moment, if you feel comfortable, I invite you to just sit for a couple minutes, breathe with me, and affirm your release and your allowing. So I invite you to gently close those beautiful eyes if that aligns with you and that feels safe for you. Placing one hand over your heart and the other hand right on your belly. Inhale, taking the shoulders up toward the ears, and exhale as you roll those shoulders back, opening up your heart space. Taking a deep breath here. Welcoming in this affirmation. I give myself permission to feel and receive. I give myself permission to feel and receive. Repeating this out loud if that feels good to you or maybe to yourself. I give myself permission to feel and receive. Taking a deep inhale and exhaling fully. One more deep inhale, holding at the top, taking an additional sip of air. Hold before releasing it fully. I invite you back, opening your eyes. I share this with you not as someone who has it all figured out. As you see, as I told you, I thought I had something figured out, and Spirit gave me something different. But I am someone who is walking beside you. So if this spoke to you, give this video a like and please share it to other people you think it would speak to as well. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more information and to keep journeying with me. I look forward to sharing this space with you. And until next time, peace and love.